So what is up, guys? Welcome on back to TK's Garage. And we talked about a lot of stuff yesterday and the day before that, talking about the CRAs that were being presented and would be voted on tomorrow, being Monday, and some of the stuff that would be coming down the pipe. And one of the things that I said was I said, read the article in detail. And I want to get to the CRA in specifics because I've had multiple people ask me about the useful life part of emissions when it comes to diesels. And we're going to talk about that today. So what is up, guys? Welcome on back to TK's Garage, and we're talking about the House Joint Resolution 89, which providing congressional disapproval under Chapter 8 of Title 5 of the United States Code of the rules submitted by the Environmental Protection Agency relating to California State Motor Vehicle and Engine and Non-Road Engine Pollution Control. Now, I've had a lot of people ask me, does this mean that it would and the ability, allow you guys to be able to buy like small lawnmowers, things of that nature? Yes, there's a lot of stuff that's covered in this bill in detail. And if you want to be able to look it up, I've dropped the links before multiple times, but let me just copy this link and I'll go ahead and add it to my notes, and I will add it. Let's see, 89 bill. Let me paste it right here so I have it, and I'll add it into the description of this video down below. Now, one of the things that is discussed in this bill, which is also covered in the article, which I linked into about these three congressional review acts that will be voted on Monday, is this. They talk about the useful life of emission systems, not just on regular trucks, heavy duty trucks, and semi trucks. I had to go through and read this entire bill. So here's what that means. Manufacturers will either have to warranty these emission systems, which will cost them so much money, to like 400,000 or 500,000 miles on diesel equipment, or they will have to allow a useful life exemption. So let's say you hit a pothole and your EGR cooler busts or breaks or whatever, right? Now you would say, oh, well, that's not it wearing out. It broke because it doesn't matter. The bill is not specific on what happens. It just talks about failure of emission components. So if an emissions system fails, you hit a pothole and the EGR cooler fails, you take it to a shop. Shop says the EGR cooler is bad. Manufacturer doesn't want to replace it for you for free under warranty. Well, that should be allowed to be deleted or removed. And that's what that bill. People are like, TK, there's no bills in Congress that are going to let people delete emission systems. This bill not only does this, but of the three CRAs, it also would allow for the amendment of Section 203, which we talked about. I talked about this almost, it's probably 12 days? So almost 2 weeks ago that this was coming up because, so here's the other thing that you don't know. So we've talked about this, and that's why when you look up emissions or whatever on YouTube, like my videos come up top. Well, guess what? People in Congress have seen that too. And I've had multiple conversations back and forth with representatives from Michigan. I've had two different conversations with these representatives from California that are introducing and pushing this CRA to get done. Here's the thing. Everybody's trying to be first to strip CARB of their authority. Everybody is. And here's the thing. The ones that have the best shot are these congressional review acts. The actual bills, like the Transportation Freedom Act, while it does have bipartisan support, they still need 60 votes in the Senate. Do I think they're going to get 60 votes in the Senate? Oof, it's going to be hard. Congressional Review Acts do not require that, guys. Simple majority in the House, which the Republicans now have 220, easy. They get 218 of them. See ya. On the way to the Senate we go, and then they just need 50 and JD Vance to say yes, and that's it. It's done. It goes to the president's desk. It gets signed, and it becomes law. Those EPA rules get removed, and this is what else this does. When these 3 Congressional Review Acts get voted on and then eventually get signed on by the president, it means that the EPA would not have any authority to regulate or move forward or present any rule for tailpipe emissions or greenhouse gases from motor vehicles ever again. Now, I know you're going to say, what if they... Yes. If the other side happened to win a majority in the House, a super majority in the Senate, meaning they would need 60 seats, and the presidency, they could change it. They could pass new laws. Is that going to happen? No. And I'm going to tell you why. More people are moving out of California and moving out of New York and moving out of these areas that California, by 2030, is probably going to lose 3 to up to 5 House seats. Guess where they're going? Utah, Nevada, Texas, Florida. Now, our state here in Nevada has been called purple at times. Not so much anymore. So those seats from California limit its power. It's losing federal power. So is the state of New York. It's slowly atrophying. It's going away. While states like Texas are getting more seats, and Florida is getting more seats, and Utah, of all places, more seats. That's going to continue to happen. Why are these people leaving these utopias for red states? Make it make sense. Unless what they're doing is insane and people are like, we're done with this. We're just going. The only thing I ask is when you do move to these states, leave the crap that you were doing in those other states there. Don't bring that to the new states. Just don't. You didn't like it there. Don't bring it over here. It's not going to work the second time. But, yeah, these bills I'm excited for. These Congressional Review Acts I'm excited for. I am going to be monitoring and watching these House votes on C-SPAN all friggin' day. I am tempted to even live stream some of this if you guys, because I can actually live stream C-SPAN. It's government programming, so it's not copyright. I could actually like put it right here. We could all watch it in real time. If you guys want to see that, let me know in the comments below. But without further ado, I hope you guys have an amazing Sunday. We are very close on the precipice of being able to have common sense again. And outside of these jackasses that claim to be journalists and have these other channels that are, all across YouTube, I just can't wait to watch them delete their videos or talk about how they were wrong. I'm waiting. You can see my excitement. But, anywho's, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Give the video a big thumbs up if you like what I do. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And as always, stay petty, my friends.